Welcome back, you lovely lot, to another GCN indoor training session. Thank you so much for clicking on this session and choosing to work out with us today. As always, we've got a banger of a session lined up for you. We've got some quite long efforts in today's workout, so be prepared. I say long, they're only 4 minutes long, it's not that long, but it is a 30-minute workout in total, so get yourselves on your bike, let's start warming up. And as usual, we're going to start off with a nice gentle warm-up. We're just going to be pedaling at a 2 out of 10. So nice and easy, like a walk in the park. Just spin those legs, get the body warmed up and ready for today. Now, if you are new here, our sessions are super simple to follow along with. I'm here to guide you through. I'll talk you through every single effort and keep you motivated throughout this session. But pretty much, that's all you need to focus on is your perceived exertion. And basically that's done on numbers from 1 to 10. 1 being super easy, 10 being full gas, everything you've got. You can as well choose to follow along with our cadence. So we'll always have a recommended cadence on the screen, so that's RPM, and that is how fast your pedals are turning in 1 minute. So at the moment it's 80, so your legs should be going around 80 times in 1 minute. But you just set it whatever you're comfortable at the minute. But if we jump up to a 4 out of 10, so click down a few gears, we're getting straight into this. No messing around today. And as always, we've got our lovely guests joining us, working out in the pain cave with us, showing us all how it's done. Hopefully they're motivated and ready to go. Give us a wave, everybody. We ready? Woo woo! They are ready. Right, we are going to jump up to an effort level 6 now for 2 minutes. This warm-up's going pretty fast. Already at an effort level of 6 out of 10. Now this workout is actually inspired by Ollie Bridgewood. Now he did a lot of training for his recent epic where he rode for days on end. And this was part of his training, and it's kind of like an upper zone 2 ride. If you're used to that, if you work with power, you'll know what that means. But today we're going to be working at effort level 6, which is, it's not anything that isn't going to be doable, very manageable, but we're going to be sitting here for 4 minutes at a time with little breaks in between those efforts, just to break it up. But the motivation behind this session is that, we're going to start off with 4 minutes on, a few minutes rest, 4 minutes on, but eventually you'll be able to do a 30-minute block at this effort. But you need to do intervals like this to kind of build it up. Got another 45 seconds at this intensity level 6, and then we're going to drop it back. So it's kind of like the last bit of the warm-up now. So if you feel like you need to give it a few more beans, feel free to do so. Twenty more seconds. Heart rate should be rising, your legs should be nice and warm now. Should be breathing a little bit heavier. And in 3, 2, 1, let's drop it back to effort level 2 for 1 minute. After this 1 minute, we're going to go straight into our first effort, which is 4 minutes at effort level 6. And that is kind of like your upper zone 2 if you are working with power. Now we have a few of these efforts, so you can kind of use this one as a gauge to find where you want your power to sit. As I said, we've got a few of these, so don't go out full gas, because we want to be able to complete this session and get through it as best as we can. So kind of use the first, say, 30 seconds to find your rhythm, find what's comfortable, kind of gauge an effort level 6, and then just hold that for the other 3.5 minutes that you've got. But we're going to get straight into this now. Click down a few gears in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into our first effort. So 4 minutes now. As I said, this first 30 seconds, just find your pace. And again, we've got a recommended cadence on the screen of 80 RPM. As long as you're round about that cadence, that should be fine. If you haven't got a cadence sensor, just follow along on the screen. Follow our leg speed. Try and match what we're doing today. There we are, first 30 seconds over and done with. You should have found your rhythm, settled into the effort. And now, we're just gonna get through these next 3.5 minutes as best as we can. Now, many of you might have watched Ollie's recent adventure of Tour de Station over on the GCN channel, where he did a phenomenal effort riding, through the night. I think he was doing a good few days on about 2 hours sleep. And to do an epic ride like that, a lot of people think that you have to, go out, do X amount of hours on your bike. But Ollie, he has a busy schedule. So a lot of his training was actually done on the indoor trainer, on platforms like Zwift, just doing zone 2 rides. And indoor training, as we all know, is so easy to fit in around your busy schedule. If you are training for big events, don't worry, you don't have to get out on the bike for hours on end. Just jump on the indoor trainer, do a GCN training session, they'll work a treat. Make sure to check in with yourself every now and again. Check on your form, check on your body position. Nice light grip on the bars, little bend in the elbow. All the power out through the legs, nice still upper body. Halfway through this first effort now, into the last 2 minutes. Great work so far, everybody. Absolutely smashing it. Everybody in the GCN Pain Cave is looking pro as usual. Minute and a half to go now. Good work. Maddie, I'm going to throw a question to you. How do you pace efforts like this? Because it is so easy to go out too hard, and especially when we've got quite a few of these efforts coming up. How do you get yourself through them and not get too carried away at the start?
Yeah, I reckon the first effort of these blocks, you're kind of just gauging what's too hard and what's not. And then once you're there, you look at the watts or the cadence and you just try and stay there. It's so easy to drift off on these slightly longer ones. So after the 4 minutes, you just need to make sure you reset, recalibrate for the next one, and just maybe try and focus on something other than your power, like how circular your leg movement is or something like that, to really help you focus.
And it's so easy, this one. It feels quite comfortable at the minute, but once we get to the last one, it's going to be a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to save yourself a little bit, definitely.
But we're going to get through all these efforts today into the last 30 seconds now. Should be getting through this nice and comfortably. So we have 5 of these efforts in total. Gonna tick off this first one. Got quite a short rest in between, only 2 minutes. It'll be quite nice. 3, 2, 1, rest up. Nice easy gear now. Still want to be doing around 4 out of 10, so still pressing on those pedals, but just not as hard as we were just now. This will feel quite nice. Ease up on the pedals. You can spin a little bit faster if you want. I'm going to sit here for another 2 minutes. Spin those legs nice and easy. But it is pretty warm in the Pain Cave here at GCN HQ today. So we have plenty of hydration. We've got all the fans on, keeping us nice and cool. And as you probably know, when you're indoor training, it is hot and sweaty business. And it's so easy to overheat. And when you overheat, your power and your energy levels just drop dramatically. So make sure you've got all the things you need. Get the windows open, get the fans on, get hydration, get some ice in your bottle. But you might be doing this in a nice cold garage, so you might not need any of that. Make the most of this rest now. Nice deep breaths. If you accumulate all this work that we're doing in this session, it adds up. It's not much easy pedaling at all. We're either at 4 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. That is working pretty hard. We're going to start thinking about our next effort now. Got 15 seconds. So you might want to get in your big ring, get your gears ready. 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get back on it. Up, up, up. And again, use this first 30 seconds to find your rhythm. Jump out of the saddle just to get back on it. And sit down. Now this one is probably going to feel a little bit harder than that first one. So we've got a little bit of fatigue in your legs. As I said, this session is a bit of a shout out to Ollie and all the training that he did for his epic Tour de Station. And make sure to head over to the GCN channel and watch that video because fair play to Ollie, he did a cracking job. And yeah, his cycling has improved so much and he set himself obviously a massive challenge to go and just complete that effort this year. So yeah, it's a heroic effort from him. But if you want some inspiration, head over and watch that. But let us know if you have any other challenges that you'd like us to complete. We're all open to doing some epic challenges that are way out of our comfort zone. But apparently that's what you guys like watching us suffer. Good work getting through this effort nicely now. Remember, check in with yourself. Check on that power. Make sure you're not drifting off it too much. And again, the form on your bike. Relax into that nice position. You can mix it up and get on the drops if you want as well. Always good to practice the different hand positions on the bike, even though you are indoors. Then when you get outdoors, it just becomes second nature to you. Halfway through now. Keep on pushing on those pedals. Good work. Might start to come to bite in this last minute and a half now. Just keep pushing through. You can do it. We're all hurting. Our legs are hurting. Probably hurting just as much as you guys are at home. We're all in this together. We're all going to finish this session. Do not click off it. You can do it. You're stronger than you think. Let's get through it. Come on now. We're nearly into this last minute of the effort. Good work. Push through. Again, it's a long time to be sat in the same position. So if you want to just jump out the saddle, do 10, 15 seconds out the saddle and sit back down. Because outdoors you naturally just pop up the saddle. When you go up a little hill, when you're on the indoor trainer, you just tend to be glued to that one position. So it's good to mix it up. It's good for your back and your bum as well. Nearly there, come on, good work, keep on it. Last little push now. All the way to the line, don't stop until I say. Come on, good work. Absolutely smashing it. Five, four, three, 2, 1. Back to a 4. Good work, everybody. Maddie, how did you find that one?
Yeah, better than the first one. I feel as if I've settled into a rhythm a lot faster, and I like that one. Felt good.
That's good. Hopefully everybody else at home felt like that as well. Kind of the first one is sometimes a little bit of a test, but by the second one you've settled into it nicely. Hopefully, third one is going to feel even better. But Maddie, what's like your number one tip to someone doing indoor training? Because a lot of people find it quite hard, you know, they like being outside and in the fresh air. But I quite like indoor training, and I know you do as well. But what's your like number one tip?
I'd say I'd always have something on in the background, whether that's like a TV show or Zwift, like something else to focus on, because if you focus in too hard on what you're doing, sometimes you just get overwhelmed by it and the time starts ticking by really slowly. If you can focus on something else, make sure you're still like doing the effort and everything, but focusing on something else, and I find it's really easy to just, time flies when you're doing something else, so I reckon that's my tip.
Yeah, that's a good tip, and it's kind of, you know, kind of like when you're outside, you're, you know, looking around, looking at things, passing things. When you're outside, time just goes so fast, but especially when you've got so many efforts.
Even some good music just to keep the rhythm, like if you're doing some hard efforts, like a good beat really keeps you in line, I feel.
He's something to motivate you.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go again in 10 seconds, and then we'll find out what kind of music Maddie likes to get her pumped. In 3, 2, 1, back on it. Into our third effort now, the halfway point. Again, jump out the saddle, get settled into it. 6 out of 10. Good work. First 30 seconds done, you should be settled into it nicely now. Let's head over to Maddie and find out what music she likes.
I feel as if it depends on the session. Like, if it's just something like this sort of session, I quite like a podcast or something like that, which is like, can hold my attention. But if I've got like an effort session, don't mind a bit of drum and bass or something just to really keep me going.
Nice. And what kind of podcast do you like? Is it sports? Is it gossipy, girly?
I think it depends. I ride all the time, so I feel like I've gone through a lot of podcasts, but I quite like ones that are about cycling, but then sometimes I don't like listening about cycling when I'm cycling, so just anything, a bit of off menu or the girls' bathroom I like.
I like that one too.
All of them.
Good choice.
I'm not fussy, just something that'll keep my mind off everything.
Exactly. Well into this effort now, nearly at the halfway point. Felt this third one should feel quite similar to that second one. If you're into it, it's hurting, but it's not hitting too much at this moment in time. After this one, we'll have 2 left. And hopefully, if you're still feeling good, we can push the boat out a little bit more, add a bit more effort to them. Absolutely no hanging around in these efforts. But good work, everybody. Keep on top of that cadence. Keep a nice pedal stroke, nice and smooth. All the power out through your legs, engage all those muscles, especially your glutes as well. If you are struggling, engage in all those muscles. You might want to do some mobility before you get on the bike. Some Pilates is great for that, and we do have some Pilates and yoga workouts on the GCN training channel, so go and check those out. They are tailored to cyclists, so great no matter what type of cyclist you are. And you definitely shouldn't forget the importance of stretching and mobility, because it's only going to make you better on the bike, whether that be putting out more power or being more flexible to be able to get into more of an aerodynamic position on the bike. It's definitely something I struggled with. You just have to keep on top of it. It's like the admin bit of cycling. 40 seconds to go now. I am so thankful I have this fan on today because it is hot. 30 seconds to go now. Keep pushing all the way, come on. We can do it. Good work. Last 10 seconds, last little push. Come on, up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to a 4 for 2 minutes. Again, get out of the saddle, have a little stretch around. It is a long effort to be doing in the saddle. Just keep those legs spinning. Take some nice deep breaths. So we've got 2 more left now. And it is going to fly by. Make sure to keep hydrated, keep sipping on that water or your beverage of choice. Hopefully not alcoholic. Save that till after the session. You all good at the back there? Yeah. Still smiling at the minute. Hopefully I'll wipe those smiles off their faces in these next 2 efforts. $50 seconds to go now at this effort level 4. Before we jump up to the next one. Still pressing quite hard on the pedals. Good work. 20 seconds to go before we ramp it up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Back to an effort level 4. 6 even. Getting delirious. And I've actually got a little surprise for you. This is the last one.
That's a good surprise.
Hopefully it's a nice surprise. 3.5 minutes, let's go. Let's get everything out on this one. If you're feeling good, push it up to a level 7 or 8. Push the boat out, why not? Let's go, come on. Last effort, motivation. Always hits different. Few more watts out. It's a minute down. 3 to go. I want to just get on the drops as well. Practice being down there. Good work, you're absolutely smashing it. Stay with us. Again, if you're feeling good, push it up. If you're not, just stay at this level. Stay at your maximum effort level. Now this one is going to feel a lot harder than that first one now. Got a lot of fatigue in our legs. Good work. Hopefully we're feeling good. Gonna make it through these last 2 minutes. All that power out, come on. Up, up, up. Let's make this a good one. Just over a minute to go now. Let's smash this final minute. Everything out. Here we go, last minute, let's go. Give it everything you've got. You don't need to give anything else today. Just make the most of this session. You're gonna feel so good after it. Never regret a workout. "40 seconds now, come on, I know it hurts. Keep those legs turning. Pain is temporary. In 30 seconds, it's gonna all be over. Let's go all the way to the line now. All the way, come on, up, up, up. Last 10 seconds, everything you've got, come on, good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to level 4 now for the last bit of this block. Keep those legs turning, that fatigue is building up, but push through it. Keep those legs turning, effort level 4. So all you want to do is stop. Just want to turn the legs nicely now. Let's get through this last 2 minutes. And then we can easy pedal in our easiest gear that we have. And it'll be bliss. Good work, keep those legs turning. Let's go all the way to the line now. Don't stop. Into our last minute. Good work. Effort level 4, never felt so hard. 30 seconds to go now. Keep pushing. So close, come on, all the way. "15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Whew. How was that, Maddie?
That last 4 out of 10 just really dragged and got me at the end. I felt as if my effort caught up with me when I started to slow down a little bit. Now I'm dripping in sweat.
It's like you feel okay 1 minute and next minute you're like, oh, yeah, legs are hurting. But we have a really quick cool down. But if you feel like you need to stay on for a little bit longer, relax those legs a little bit more, feel free to do so. But as always, thank you so much for choosing to join us today. We have literally hundreds of other sessions that you can choose to work out to. So have a browse, pick a different one, and we will probably all see you there. But as always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And as I mentioned in the session, if you have any ideas of big challenges that you'd like us GCN presenters to do, drop them down in that comment section and we'll probably give them a go. But we'll see you in the next one.